Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. I'm Sailor Solitaire and this is your end of the month, February 2017 love reading. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for your support, for your likes, comments, subscriptions. I think this is going to be the start of a beautiful friendship. Okay, so I will be doing a 4-card spread. So the first card will represent you. The second card will be what is crossing you or limiting you. The third card will be someone else, so either your partner or just a general romantic interest or potential love partner. And the fourth and final card will be something that is crossing or limiting that person. So let's get started. My Tauruses: Taurus Sun, Taurus Ascendant, Taurus Moon, Taurus Venus. Any Taurus in your chart. Taurus, the gods and goddesses of love and beauty. Let's see. What the end of the month, oh my gosh, cards do not want to shuffle. What the end of the month has in store for you. I hope everyone's Valentine's Day, whether you celebrate it or not, whether you're single or in a relationship. I hope that it was kind to you. You had a good Tuesday, and that the beginning of the month and year have been favorable for you as well. So the first card is the Father of Pentacles. And Pentacles is an earth energy, earth card. So the Father of Pentacles, also known as the King of Pentacles, actually represents the Taurus. So we're off to a great start. This represents you. And let's see what's crossing you. Okay, the Lovers. This is a beautiful major arcana card. I believe it's a 6th. Yes, it's a 6th card of the major arcana. 6 in numerology is a very beautiful, harmonious, lovely number. Stable. It's often associated with perfection and harmony, just bliss. It's very very good for unions. And you can see here the 2 Canadian geese soaring above. So the Lovers card is obviously it has to do with love. It's often called the soulmate card, and it represents a union that is made in the heavens, basically made in the stars, and it's one where you and your partner are free to be yourselves, free to do what you want, while still maintaining that closeness and that bond. So 2 people who really understand each other. This is great. This is amazing. So let's see who the other person in this reading is. Okay, we have the Father of Swords. So this often represents a Libra. This often represents an Aquarius. The King of Swords is often attributed to Aquarius energy. So they're both fixed signs, and you can see here the owl, very much known as a symbol of someone who is sharp, perceptive, very scholarly like energy. So this could be an Aquarius, male or female. This is a general reading, so it doesn't matter what the court cards are. If they're a king or a queen, it could be any gender, basically. So you're dealing with someone who's an air sign. Doesn't necessarily have to be an Aquarius, but it could very well be an Aquarius. It could just be somebody who has air-like qualities, who's very sociable, somebody who's good at communicating, somebody who says what's on their mind. And with this King of Swords energy, somebody who is fair, somebody who people go to when they want an unbiased opinion, somebody who people look up to. He's the king of the suit, King of Swords, so he has gone through the whole progression of the ace all the way up through 1, 2, 3, all the way up through the page, the knight, or in this deck, the daughter, the son, the mother, and now he's the father. He's the King of Swords. So he has a lot of experience in social relationships and communication. So he's a very personable, possibly very popular or well-liked person. So let's see what is crossing this person. Okay, the Daughter of Swords. The Page of Swords in some decks. And this just represents an earth energy. An air energy. Okay, so I do feel like with these two court cards representing people, and then the crossing factors, one of them being the Lovers, I feel like if you're with somebody right now, then you might be having second thoughts or doubts about your current relationship, or you feel like maybe you're, as a very stable earth Father of Pentacles like person, being a Taurus, you may be in the relationship, or you started the relationship for different reasons other than love. Maybe it was for comfort, maybe there was stability there, there was maybe there was, a friendship there that you felt like it could turn into something more, into a romantic relationship. But now I feel like maybe your heart is telling you something else, because the Lover's card, it's a great card for a love reading, but it is in the crossing position or the limiting factor. So, I mean, obviously not for everybody, but I feel like for some of you, if you're in a relationship, then you might be thinking that this person isn't for you, or that there's somebody else out there, and you feel like you might be afraid of leaving the relationship or breaking that person's heart. But I do feel like if you're in a relationship, you may be interested in an Aquarius, or in somebody who represents all these qualities, someone who's personable and sociable, well-liked, somebody who is, always chatting up everybody, someone who's very popular and just amicable. I feel like this could be somebody in the workplace. And so maybe either you started a new job, or you're making different kinds of networks at work, or you're sort of seeing somebody who you've been around in the workplace for a while in a new light, or you're getting closer to that person. And even though you may be in a relationship at the moment that doesn't have any problems per se, you might have had a great Valentine's, they spoiled you and everything like that, but you're still having some doubts. You have the Lover's card on your mind, and you feel like there's somebody else out there for you, and you're not sure what this feeling is. You don't know if it's just a fleeting thing, or if it's something that you should really pay attention to. For the other person, who could be an air sign, or could just be somebody who has a lot of air elements in their chart, who exhibits that social energy, somebody who is admired, and somebody who maybe is in a position of authority at work, or maybe somebody who has a lot of experience at work, or in the social network that you're in, that you know this person in. So what's crossing them is this Daughter of Swords, this Page of Swords energy. So maybe, so this is air energy, and maybe what's preventing them from connecting with you is the fact that they have so many relationships going on, not necessarily romantic, but they might be, they might be that type of person who always has something to do on a Friday night. Somebody who is always texting or on the phone or thinking about somebody, or somebody who always has a lunch date. Somebody who's always who has a lot of contacts and who doesn't really have a lot of free time, a lot of time to mingle with you or with other people. Now, I want to just say that for those of you who are not in a relationship, you could still be sort of admiring someone from afar and kind of imagining a life together, as if you guys are lovers. And what's preventing you could be the fact that this person is maybe a bit, not even naive, but just the fact that they're oblivious to the relationship that you guys have, and it might make you question whether or not your bond with that person is special, because they have so many bonds and they get along with everybody. And so I feel like there's a bit of uncertainty there with that. Let's just see what your crowning card is. Okay, so your crowning card is the 5 of Cups, and I'm sorry to say that it doesn't really look like a very good card. There's a horse here and he is looking down, but the good thing is that there are cups above him, and if he were to just look up, he would have no want for anything. He has everything he needs. So I do see sort of a situation where either it's just you're with somebody or it's the wrong time. There's something in the way. So I don't feel like, at least for this month, that a new relationship will take form, or if you're with somebody, then I don't think that you'll be leaving them this month. I feel like right now you're in a state of suffering, but the thing about this card is that if you just look up or look in a different direction, look to the people around you, then you'll find all the support that you need, and it's just a matter of perspective. So if you're maybe having thoughts about somebody who you shouldn't be having thoughts about, then just sort of reevaluate your life. I mean, this could very well be the person that you are currently in a relationship with. So I feel like you need to, with Valentine's Day, maybe some people are, looking at other people and looking with envy or looking with ungratefulness, and I feel like you just have to be thankful for what you have. Obviously, if you feel like you're not happy, truly happy, after you've had time to self-reflect and evaluate your life, then there's no point in staying in a relationship, and it's not fair for you or the partner. But you have to think if it's worth it or not, because this person is just a social butterfly, and if it is somebody at work, then you don't want to compromise that relationship, and you really have to think about what you have, what you're willing to lose, and what there really is to gain, if there's anything. You could just be chasing something and giving up a true connection. Then again, you could be giving up just stability, comfort, and you could be giving up, maybe a really long-term relationship, but it might be for that connection, that soul mate connection that you've always wanted. And if it's in your life right now, I feel like now is not the time to go for it. It might very well be in the future, but I think right now it's a time for self-reflection. Okay, so I know it might not be what you want to hear, Tauruses, but that's the message that I have for you today. Thank you so much, and take care. If you like this reading, please comment, subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and I hope to see you guys for your general reading in March. Thank you so much.